Well, hello, football fans. Long time no see. This is me, your boy Larry B, who is clinically insane doing the 7th of 8 shows today. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days, and I think I'm going delirious. But that's okay, because I'm kind of crazy anyway. So with that said, you guys, let's rock and roll, man. Oh, it's been fun. It has been so fun. And I am just, oh man, I have loved every moment of today. 8 divisions in 8 days has been just phenomenal. And now we just finished up with the AFC South, and we are now headed on over to the AFC North. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. We are ready to rock and roll. We are just chugging along. And well, the AFC North, what more do we say about this division? I mean, you have so much here. This has got to be one of the funnest divisions to watch this year because, damn it, every time we get a Ravens and Steelers matchup, I just zone in on that game. But is there reason to believe the Bengals are actually gonna be somewhat competitive this year? Again, because last year they fell off a cliff. I mean, this has been nuts, right? Ravens winning it all at 12-5. The Steelers was all over it last year at 10-7. The Bengals, even though they, in my opinion, they did kind of fall off, they were still 9-8. And the Browns, they were a 3-14 team because, you know, when the Browns start getting good, it's just a sign that they're going to be terrible soon, I guess. I don't know. But I will say this. I am really excited, man. We got some great guests today. A couple guests, some insiders jumping on in, man. This is going to be another fun one, as always. I hope you guys are ready and excited as I am, man, because that's what it's all about. We got the AFC North, as I always call it, the hardest hitting division in the NFL, man. The division where you have to play defense on offense in order to win games because, well, if you're not hitting, someone's going to hit you. And that is special. So, with that, you guys, let's get it, man. It's about that time for the AFC North right here on 3 and Out 8 Divisions in 8 Days, AFC North Show, iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome yet again, all you diehard football fans out there. Well, here it comes, man. The AFC North is here. It's live and popping. It's got action, and boy, oh boy, it's gonna be fun, man. I am ready to rock and roll. We got some great people coming up here today, man. I'm excited. We got, like I said, some of our own, some guests. I mean, what better, right? Coming on up today. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and walk you through our journey. We starting things off in Cincinnati with a really cool guy, man, Tyler, who is a part of the Run the Jungle podcast. So check those guys out. They'll be coming your way first. Then we'll make our journey on over to Pittsburgh, the Steel City, with our very own Ralph Calise. After that, we'll head on over to Cleveland to talk with our very own John, our Browns insider. Of course, I forgot to mention Ralph Calise, our Pittsburgh insider, also our 76ers insider. Great dude, covering all kinds of stuff here. Mets insider, the guy just covers all kinds of sports. And then we're going to finish it off with our very own Mike Pat, the chief editor of our blog here, iSports Radio blog. And of course, our DMV sports insider, and of course, host, or one of the 3 hosts of our baseball show, the Bullpen Bulletin here. at IE Sports Radio. So many great people joining us tonight, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really excited for everybody. And this is going to be a good one. So tune in again, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Grab something delicious, grab something good to drink, and we're going to have ourselves a good show here talking about the AFC North. Once again, you are watching 3 and Out, 8 Division, 8 Days AFC North show right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We come back. We're jumping on into the Bengals. Let's get it.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
What's going on, everybody? This is Tyler Houday54, co-host of the Rule the Jungle podcast. Making a video here for IE Sports Radio. Cincinnati Bengals fan here. Of course, we talk all things Bengals on the Rule the Jungle podcast with my co-host, Anthony Anderson and Will Appleton. Just giving a few thoughts here about the last season, the free agency, and the draft this year. Last season was a bummer. 2 9-8 seasons back-to-back, going back to the year prior. Disappointing, especially when you have, Joe Burrow leading the league in most statistical passing categories. Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner. And, of course, Trey Hendrickson having 17.5 sacks for the second year in a row. And we finished 9-8. The rest of the defense could not duplicate Trey's, stats. I think the next closest behind him was like 6. And that was, I think, might have been Osai or Sam Hubbard. I'm not sure. I don't have the stats right in front of me. But the defense was lackluster, to say the least. Now, we weren't healthy throughout most of the year. Like, we had players dropping off due to injury for most of the season last year, so that there was that. But we got a new defensive coordinator in Al Golden. My favorite pick of the draft this year was Dylan Fairchild. And excited to see him at the guard spot this year, along with our well-known veterans here, and including second-year player Amarius Mims. Excited to see what he does this year as well. And the draft, Shamar Stewart, we finally got him signed as of, I think, 2 days ago as I'm recording this. I'm recording this on Sunday, so we got him signed 2 days ago. And I'm pumped because we all thought his agent was making it bad for him. And, we've said it on our podcast multiple times. Dude, you're a rookie. Just sign the contract, get to camp, and, show and prove why you need to be a starter in the league, and he signed the deal. So let's see what he does. Let's see if he can, be more productive than what he was at Texas A&M with the 4 years. He had 4.5 sacks in those 4 years of college. Of course, the big free agency moves. We did extend Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Nothing on Trey Hendrickson yet, but we did bring back Joseph Osai, which marked the first time that we did bring someone back from the David Mulligetta agent list. So there is that. We signed Mike Gesicki, who I thought was one of the most key signings this free agency. Back to the Cincinnati Bengals again. Statistically, the best tight end Joe Burrow has played with in the league, and I think he is going to, continue to be a great piece in this offensive set. That, the Bengals were one of the top offenses in the league last year. Joe Burrow being, of course, but the offensive line was getting better. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase Brown was 10 yards shy of 1,000 before he got hurt in the Denver game. But Chase Brown was a great running back last year. In my opinion, he's a top 10 running back. And, of course, you got Mike Gesicki, the offensive line, center Ted Karras, veteran who, did win a Super Bowl with New England, has been great for us on the offensive line. And, of course, Dylan Fairchild, we did sign Lucas Patrick. As of right now, I would assume he would be the other guard, besides Dylan Fairchild, but we'll see. But overall, great free agency, in my opinion. They could have maybe signed a guard earlier on, but it is what it is. We'll just have to work with what we got, and I think we can make it work, especially with our new offensive line coordinator as well this year. So I'm excited to see the offense get to work. The defense is healthier, a new regime, and that the defense should be better than last year, because last year we were close to last in most categories. So we should be better this year. As for the season this year, Ravens fans, sorry, you're not going to three-peat. We're taking the division this year. Go Bengals, hooday. And we're not letting the Browns anywhere near it. The Steelers are going to finish either 9-8 or below. I think it's going to be below. But the Bengals take the division. The Bengals win the Super Bowl this year. Hooday, and have a good one.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Good afternoon. This is Ralph Calise, Pittsburgh Insider for IE Sports Radio, and today is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers segment for three and out, 8 divisions in 8 days for Mr. Larry B. And as you know, Larry, the show has special meaning to me. This is the show where you found me and brought me upon podcasting on IE Sports Radio. And we hit it off the 2 times we had the shows, and everything went great. And like I said, the show has special meaning to me. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you my thoughts on last season, how I feel about the free agency, how I felt about how they drafted, how I feel for the season, and a stick it to 'em part, which Larry B. I know loves the best. So mine's going to be like in a report form, most of it. So let's get going with it, and we'll start off right off the bat with the schedule from last year, where the Steelers, they started out at a scintillating 4-2. They were playing well under Justin Fields. Justin Fields did nothing wrong in those games. They went on to put Russell Wilson in the 5th game, and they went on to go 10-3 before they hit the skids, and they had that brutal part of their schedule. They had the 3 games in like 12 days. They lost all 3. They wound up losing their last 6 games and a playoff game, and they got blown out in all those games. So that right after the playoffs, Mike Tomlin hit the podium, and I think in his second sentence he said, changes will be made. There will be a different team in 2025, and sure enough, there's going to be a different team this year. So let's get into what happened as far as free agency and the draft. And like I said, this is like a report. I did it on instead of going over everything. They had 7 draft picks. and they drafted mostly defense. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle. Jack Sawyer, edge linebacker. Yaya Black, defensive tackle. They did draft Carson Bruner, linebacker, was a special teams player, and Dante Kent, a quarterback, in the last round. 2 offensive players they drafted was a good running back, Caleb Johnson from Iowa, and Will Howard, possibly a future quarterback for the Steelers, but we'll see what happens with that. But getting into the report of all this, so the Steelers moved on from 2024, what transpired at the end of last season, undoubtedly led to what unfolded during the draft. Like I said, after a 10-3 start, Pittsburgh's Super Bowl aspirations came crashing down during the season's final month as the team lost 4 consecutive games before it suffered a 28-14 beatdown at the hands of rival Baltimore in the wild card round. Adding insult to injury, the Ravens 299 yards on the ground, the most rushing yards ever permitted by a Steelers team in a postseason game. It was already clear before that the game reinforced 3 of the biggest things the Steelers needed to do this offseason: reinvest in the defensive line, add depth at several positions, restore the physicality that had been a trademark of the Steelers football basically since Art Rooney founded the team 92 years ago. The Steelers started to make necessary changes during free agency when they traded to acquire DK Metcalf, one of the NFL's most physical receivers. So right off the bat, you can see between the draft and getting this wide receiver, they started getting physical. They also signed 6-time Pro Bowl cornerback Darius Slay, followed by veteran defensive backs Brandon Eccles and Justin Thornhill, and veteran linebacker Malik Harrison. During the draft, the Steelers selected 2 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, a cornerback, and a 6'1", 224-pound bruising running back, Caleb Johnson, who also has big playability, totaling 9 touchdown runs for at least 25 yards in his final season at Iowa. Mike Tomlin went on to say it goes beyond the defense front. We wanted to retool physically in all areas, included in the discussion in the use of a second-round pick, acquiring Metcalf. So they did all that. They went all defense, and they have now, of course, they have Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. They have signed a lot of other players in the mix to make the offensive better, and the offense is definitely is at least 85% turned over with all new players: offensive line, quarterback, running back, and wide receivers, DK Metcalf, Robert Woods, and the young guys that came up. So we'll see how that works out with Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully he can lead them to at least a 10-win season. Like, the Steelers have been having 10-win seasons without a quarterback the caliber of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' age, of course, is going to be a big problem, but I don't know. Early results are that he's studying the playbook. He had guys out there in California practicing with him, so he's on board. He's on board. He's getting to know the team, and he likes it so far. He likes it so far. So that was basically my report on it. I'm gonna do the last part now, and it's what Larry I know he likes the best, and it's called "Stick It to Him." So here goes. The Pittsburgh Steelers will always be the top team in the AFC North. They will always be on top of the Ravens, on top of the Bengals, and on top of the Browns, of course, because the Browns will never get off the bottom. I think it's time we see the Ravens take a little bit of a downfall so that this way the Steelers maybe can get a chance to win the division. And Cincinnati has no defense. I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati. And Cleveland is like a stepson childhood over there with the 6 quarterbacks they got. So my stick it to them is going to be Steelers will win the AFC North in 2025. Aaron Rodgers will have at least a 75% MVP type season, lead the Steelers to the playoffs and get a playoff win. And I'll hold off to what I'll say about the rest, but we're going to be the champs of the AFC North. Let's go Steelers. This is Ralph Calise, your Pittsburgh Insider, and this was my Pittsburgh Steelers report for 3 and Out, 8 division in 8 days. Take care, Larry. Have a great day. Thank you.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
Hello, everybody. This is John Goonan, your IE Sports Cleveland insider, and today I'm going to be talking about a few different things with you about the Browns. First, my thoughts on last season. Now, of course, everybody knows that the Cleveland Browns did not win very many games. They were a 3-win football team last season. They secured the number 2 overall pick in the draft, which was eventually traded. It was a very, very weak year for the Browns, considering this Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry era. There have been 2 times that they've won double-digit games and 2 times that they've made the playoffs. So, of course, coming off of a playoff year and then going the next year and only winning 3 games is a bit disappointing. That being said, I do think that there's a little bit of a past that can be told because this was the last year that they were trying to make Deshaun Watson work, and they changed their entire offensive scheme. They fired their longtime offensive coordinator in an attempt to make Deshaun work. So I do think that that last season was an outlier year. Now, free agency. Free agency was kind of a non-factor for the Browns. They did not act a ton. We've got a couple of defensive players. I know Jerome Baker is somebody in free agency that I'm really excited about, being the hometown kid. He also played at Ohio State. And then we also got a defensive tackle that I'm really excited about because who can be a good mentor for Mason Graham. Free agency was kind of weak for the Browns. It's kind of an outlier year, actually, because I know remember the Amari Cooper year. We remember the Jerry Jeudy year. So this feels like the first year in a while that we didn't make a big splash in free agency. The draft is something interesting. I do think we secured a really, really good piece in Mason Graham. Mason Graham is an excellent player. He's going to be a great defensive tackle, I believe, in the league for a long time, especially lined up with Myles Garrett on that defensive line. I am super excited for that. The later rounds, of course, I was more excited about it a month ago when Quinshon Judkins had not gotten into a very big domestic violence incident. But I'm still happy about the draft. I mean, with JOK's health being an issue, I think getting a linebacker with your second pick total in the draft at pick 33 was a really good idea in Carson Schlesinger. I really like getting those 2 QBs. I like Dylan Gabriel. I know a lot of people don't, and I really like Shedeur Sanders, especially at the value pick that we got him. So I would give probably the draft if I'm going to give free agency, a C, I'll give the draft a B+. Would have been an A if Quinshon Judkins had not done what he had done. Now, this season, it is going to depend on one thing and one thing only, and that is the rank of our quarterback play. Our quarterbacks last year were horrific. I mean, if you look at the quarterback ranks, Deshaun Watson and DTR, who played good chunks of the year, were dead last and second to last together in terms of QB rankings out of all eligible quarterbacks, if that's any indication. So if we can get middle of the pack to slightly above average, maybe even slightly below average, just not dead last quarterback play, I believe that this team could be a 8-9 win team. Now, if the quarterback play excels with this Jim Schwartz defense that we can get off the field very quickly, it's an improved defense with some of the pieces that we've gotten. I do think that there is a world where the Browns could be we could have another 10, 11 win wild card year, which would be, I know all of us Browns fans would love to see. If the quarterback plays bad, let's say Joe Flacco goes down early with an injury, then Kenny Pickett has to play, and Kenny Pickett plays like Kenny Pickett, I think the Browns could be a 4-win team again, unfortunately. And the last thing I want to talk about is the other teams in the division. I'm going to be brief on all of them, and I'm going to be honest about how I feel about each of them. The Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to top the division again. They're just too good. They keep improving. They have an MVP caliber quarterback who probably should have won MVP last year. As much as I'd love to diss the Ravens, I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to win 10, 12, maybe 13 games. But I do think no matter what, good or bad, they will drop one game to the Browns. And that is my prediction because it's happened the last few years. Whether the Browns are good or whether the Browns are bad, doesn't matter how good the Ravens have been, they've dropped one to the Browns. The Bengals. I think you guys will be seeing the exact same Bengals team from last year. A 9-8 team, maybe 8-9, somewhere hovering around 500, with an elite offense and a horrific defense. I'm sorry, Bengals fans watching this, but that's how it's going to be. You're not going to have fun. Steelers fans. I don't know what to say about Steelers. I don't know what to say about that team anymore. They're going to win 10 games. They're going to win 11 games. They're going to lose 30-18 in the playoffs to someone like the Texans. That's just how it's going to be. And I'll catch you guys later.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey there, sports fans. This is Mike Pat, your DMV insider here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Coming to you here on 8 Divisions in 8 Days. Today we are in the AFC North talking Baltimore Ravens football. And we're going to start off by discussing last season, which I thought was phenomenal for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson played at an MVP level. You could very easily argue that he was the MVP. It went to Josh Allen, which was well deserved, but he had a fantastic season. Derrick Henry exceeded our expectations somehow. I don't even know how that was possible for him, but he did so. Tremendous season. The defense, little bit shaky to start the year through the first 10 weeks, not playing great ball, but then in the last portion of the season and into the playoffs, started playing much better, so they picked it up there at the end. Unfortunate ending with the playoff loss in Buffalo. Probably could have won that game. Their playoff woes continue, but nonetheless, an excellent year for the Ravens. Now, they finished that up and headed into the offseason. Now, the Ravens are not historically a buyer team in free agency, but they did make a couple of key moves in terms of re-signing players, namely left tackle Ronnie Stanley. Ronnie Stanley had been plagued by injuries for a couple of years, came back, had a very solid season last year, so I thought re-signing him was great. You don't want to be hunting for a left tackle on the free agent market or trying to draft his replacement with the 27th pick in the draft, which we'll get to the draft in a second here. But re-signing him was a great move. They re-signed safety Ardarius Washington, who had a very strong second half of the year. He played great next to Kyle Hamilton. Unfortunately, will start the season injured, but I thought re-signing him was key. They also went out and got DeAndre Hopkins, a nice addition to the wide receiving core. He'll go great with Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. And they went out and added later on in free agency, actually after the draft, they added Jair Alexander, which cross your fingers he can stay healthy, because if he can, this secondary is going to be great. They did lose a couple of guys who they expected to lose. Patrick McCarry, offensive lineman, cornerback cornerback Brandon Stevens, but when you look at the contracts they got, Baltimore was never going to offer them that level of money. Then they headed to the draft, and this is where this team shined. With the 27th pick, they took safety Malachi Starks out of Georgia, one of the better defensive players, one of the better defensive leaders in this class. He's going to come in day one and start next to Kyle Hamilton and strengthens what was already a really good secondary, makes it a great one. They also got pass rusher Mike Green in the second round, a player a lot of people thought would be a first round pick. Nabbed him in the second, was a phenomenal pick. They addressed different needs throughout the rest of the draft. They addressed the offensive line very diligently. They addressed the defensive front seven very diligently, a little bit more depth in the secondary, and overcame some offseason drama with Justin Tucker by drafting his replacement in Tyler Loop out of Alabama and sending Tucker away. So I thought that was a good move there. And then, so yes, fantastic overall draft. And so what are our expectations? Well, our expectations are high going into the season. The roster top to bottom is looking really good. A couple of areas you might be concerned about: interior offensive line with both those guard spots, maybe a little bit of a question mark. And interior defensive line, do they get enough play around Justin Matabuke and Travis Jones? And also, does the pass rush step up with the inclusion of Mike Green? But obviously, you still have Lamar, you still have Derrick Henry, you have very good weapons, a strong secondary, Roquan Smith in the middle. You've got a lot to be excited about. Yeah, I think the team can win the division very handily. And then probably, I think Super Bowl would definitely be reasonably within the realm of expectations. But let's talk about the rest of this division really quickly. So let's start with the bottom. I expect to be on the bottom, the Browns again. I mean, who knows what the Browns do? The Browns even know what the Browns are doing? I couldn't even tell you. Enough said. I don't want to talk too much about them because everybody's going to be talking about them all season long. The Bengals seemingly did nothing to improve their defense, and they haven't been able to sign their first round pick, which is awkward. So it's virtually going to be the same team that we faced last year, who we beat twice. So I don't have extreme fear of the Bengals in terms of challenging us for the division. And then there are the Steelers. Look, Aaron Rodgers, we'll see. They're probably going to do their usual 9-8, 10-7 dance and sneak into the playoffs. But I think this team can win the division. I think they can challenge for the Super Bowl. I do think they will be one of the best teams in football for 2025 and 2026.
And there you have it again, ladies and gentlemen. Great job to all of our awesome guests and insiders, man. They did an amazing job. Show them some love. It's a lot, but it's a fun one. So anyway, guys, with that said, there you go. We just ended off with Ravens purple, and now it is about that time for my final weigh-in of the. Oh, that's getting ahead of ourselves there. Oops, final weigh-in of the AFC North, and man, yeah, agreed. Isaiah likely for a big loss for Rafford. Yeah, that's for sure, man. Tough go for him. But well, with that said, you guys, like I said, we are here, and man, we got a lot to talk about with this one. I'm trying to make this one short, but I don't even know if I can. So, all right, let's do it. Let's finish off here. AFC North. Last year, Ravens looked good. Right? Ravens looked good. They were 12-5. They looked good. You know, hey, fizzled out in the playoffs, but they were dominant in the division. They did their best, and look what happened. They got themselves another division title. They look good. The Steelers had a surge, 10-7. The Bengals just can't get out of their own way. They're 9-8 is like their thing. It's like their safe house or something. And then you have the good old Browns who just, continue to fall apart. It sucks for those guys. I feel bad for them, but what do you do? It's a bummer. I mean, I genuinely feel bad for that franchise, but again, I'm a Raider fan, so I guess I can't have too much sympathy because it's like, well, I'm used to that crap with us. So yeah, no, but anyway, so real quick, guys, man, let's talk a little bit about this division. All right. So, okay. I guess we're just going to start like I did last time. I kind of got in the groove of doing this, but I truly got to tell you, the Browns will probably win 4 to 5, 6 games, maybe again. John, I love it. He was very realistic with his team. Somebody, and I like that, a realist who knows, like, yeah, this is my team. I know who they are. It's the truth. If they win 5, 6, 7 games, that's good. They're in what we would call quarterback purgatory. Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Shador Sanders now on the depth chart. What's going on? Who's starting where? Who's doing what? It's kind of a I mean, I guess it's better than quarterback hell, but this is a rough go because what do you do? They have Njoku who's still there. He's healthy. What's going to happen? You know, I don't know. Is Stefanski's tight end friendly scheme going to be make this bigger? Bigger volume for Njoku? I don't know. I mean, Tillman. Tillman was, with Cooper gone, is Tillman the guy now? Is he the new big time player there? I mean, I don't know. Will they be better than 2024? Yes, I think they'll be better by like a game or two. They were 3-14, man. I mean, if they can win 5 or 6 games, that's a Super Bowl for them right there. But overall, I just don't see much right now with the Browns. They're kind of just in a really weird place. The Bengals, oh man, look, I don't think Pittsburgh's taking any steps backwards here, guys. The Bengals are looking good, but Pittsburgh, I don't know, man. I like what Pittsburgh has going on right now. And for me to put them in third, I don't know. I don't know if I like that very much. So I'm sticking the Bengals back where they are with another 9-win season because I don't know. Burrow in the Bengals offense are just electric, right? But the defense lost 6 games where they scored like 20. They let freaking like 25 points up, man. You can't win games that way. And that got Anaramo booted. He was gone. And that's it. So it's rough. It really is rough. That defense, I don't know. I feel bad for those guys, man. There's just nothing special right there. And as for the pass rush, I mean, this is where things are getting kind of messy. Henderson is holding out right now, at least from what I saw last time. Shamar Stewart, their first round pick, he's out right now because I guess he's doing some kind of crazy holdout. He's a freaking rookie, man. I mean, come on, man. What? Golly, has money not ruined everything, man? I mean, I'm a proud capitalist, but come on, bro. This is just ridiculous, I don't know. It's really frustrating. It is. It really, really is. I don't know. My big takeaway from this game or from this team right now is can they get over the hump? It's not like it's I don't know. It's not like this team has this world-beating offense, but damn it, they're good. This defense needs to give them a chance. But I don't know. I feel like a breakout player will be Jermaine Burton. This guy is a really good player, and if he can just get up there and ball, I don't know. I feel like he could be a big part of this offense. But I don't know, maybe 9 wins. I think honestly the Steelers can win like freaking I don't know. The Steelers can win 10, 11, 12 games. And I don't know. Don't say that, oh, I'm trying to, be cute here or whatever. Look, man. The Bengals there's something there that I just don't like right now about them. And it's the defense, guys. They look like crap. And if you can't help Burrow, why do you have him? I don't know. It's frustrating, right? So with the Steelers, I think they're worlds ahead right now. And if Rodgers clicks, if this could be Rodgers' last hoorah, Rodgers could be saying right now in training camp, this is it, guys. This is it. This is my last season. And if he says, I mean, think about this. Big Ben, was this guy, right? And his final chapter. But is this it? Is this really it? Is he going to be finishing up this year? So Rodgers, if he does retire, he's 41 years old, man. The last couple of years, it can't end that way, like with the Jets, man. So now let's see. He's got a defense now. I mean, the Jets had a defense, but they're just a mess. But look at that, man. He's got Metcalf. if he could stay healthy, man, he could really make some things happen. Warren, I like him a lot. I think he could be a big breakout player. I like that tight end they got, Firemouth. The dude is a beast. Look, man, I really do believe that this team can be a strong team. But I feel right now, just like I've said for the rest of the divisions tonight, I know I'm boring, but honestly, guys, the Ravens are the team to beat. This is their division, and they know that this is their division. They can win 11, 12, 13, 14 games. I really do. They can, but they just got to stop beating themselves, man. The Ravens, I mean, I don't know. Baltimore, I don't know. They were so close last season. I mean, it was incredible. They kept on shooting themselves in the foot. A drop 2-point conversion here, a key fumble. Lamar Jackson is elite. Top 6 even. I mean, in the last 10 years, this guy's been amazing. He hasn't been in the league for 10 years, but since he was drafted, I think 18, 19. But he needs this team around him to be bigger and better. And Andrews, I like him a lot. Isaiah Likely, I know I talked about him and an injury. I mean, I don't know. I feel like right now there's a lot there for this team. They're going to be better, I think, than the last year. They're going to be a scary team. And with the continuity of the offensive line, defensive, I don't know, the defense is fortified really in the draft. This might be the deepest Ravens roster of the entire Lamar era, you guys. Super Bowl expectations are not just talk. They're real right now. So I do feel that this team is still a team to beat. And they're good. They're damn good. So I know some people don't like that. I know we got what's Ralph Khalees says here. If Rodgers can give the Steelers 75% of one of his MVP, we're going to be a playoff team and beyond. Oh, I agree. That's why I like this division so much, because I would love to see Rodgers be Rodgers of the past, and I would love to see the Ravens be the Ravens team we all know they can be. I feel bad for the state of Ohio because I have both their teams being the bottom dwellers again, the Bengals being a high bottom dweller and the Browns being who knows where they are, bottom dweller. But I really do feel that this team is a very good football team. I'm sorry, I feel like these two teams at the top, they hate each other. All those teams hate each other in the AFC North. Who likes each other in any division, right? But this is just one of those divisions. So you guys, I am ready to roll, man. I think this is going to be a very fun season. The Bengals, they have keys. But can they turn them? I don't know. The Steelers have, I think, everything they need to be stellar, and TJ Watt is going to lead this defense. They got what they need. Now they just make it happen, And the Browns, they're just, I don't know what they even have. I mean, they have players, but it's just they can't seem to put anything together. And the Ravens are complete. So the two complete teams for me in this division are the Steelers and the Ravens, and that's where we're going to be at the top. That's who's going to fight for it, and that's where we're going to see both make playoff runs, and let's see what happens, you guys. So that's it, man. Oh my gosh. We have made it. We have made it to the final show. I turned the light on already, guys. I can't believe I'm almost 8 hours in. This is crazy, but it's all good, y'all. 8 divisions in 8 days, man. It's always a fun time, right? 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Big thank you to all of our awesome hosts, our awesome insiders, and of course, our great guests we had. Of course, Tyler of the Rule the Jungle podcast. Great dude there, man. Check them out. Of course, Steelers insider and Pittsburgh insider Ralph Khalees. Our boy John, man. Big ups to him. Our Browns insider here. And of course, the chief editor of our iSports Radio blog. And of course, DMV insider Mike Pat. Thank you guys, man. That was a lot of fun. And well, here it is. On to the final show coming up in just a few moments. All of my thoughts on the AFC West coming on up, man. I like to do this here at the end, man. Taryn got his in earlier, so he's going to go Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. I mean, there's no other way to put it, right? If the Bengals can improve their defense, I'll put them ahead of the Steelers. Ravens still run the end of the AFC North, and that's what it is, guys. That's exactly what it is. And Taryn also says here, Bengals are a defense away from being a Super Bowl contender, but wild card is a destination. And it's the truth, man. Right now, we can't get too excited for the Bengals because there's nothing to get excited about until they get something going with that defense. So They've got to change some things there. Maybe they got to pull a Jaguars and let everybody go. I don't know. But what I do know is something's got to give, man. Something's got to give, and something's got to give now. So it's hard. I know. I feel bad for the guys who got to go, but you got to produce, right? If you're not producing, you can't be a part of the team. So here we go, man. We got one more show to go tonight. It's going to be good. Taryn jumping in. One more to go, brother. That's right. And I don't know. You might be surprised in this one, but with the Raiders. But I'm excited, guys. We got ourselves one good show. One more good show coming on up today. Oh, man. It has been a day. It really has here at IE Sports Radio with all of our stuff going on here. All of our shows. But, man, it has been a memorable one, man. Never again will I let this happen, even though, again, it's life, guys. That's the only reason. I didn't do this on purpose, getting all of these shows together on the same exact day. But I had to get them done before the Hall of Fame game. And, well, you know how it goes, guys. So with that said, one more show to go. Let's do it. Let's get it going. Thank you very much, Rob Khalees. Let's get it going, guys. One more to go for the night. That is the conclusion of the AFC North. And I will see you guys in just a few more minutes for 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days, the conclusion with the AFC West. Oh, man, it's going to be fun. Let's do it. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes.